Yo, episode 68?
68.
Ryan, not here. George,
F you,
Greg,
Ryan.
back in the building. Sneak This Podcast, 8.
Boing. One of the greatest athletes of all time.
I didn't even ask for number 68 yet. Who's number 68?
Why do you have to ask me?
Who's number 68?
Jaromir
tradition.
Jagr.
Oh, that's a good one.
One of the greatest
That's a
athletes
good
of
one.
all time.
Athletes?
Yes.
Good hockey player.
You know what I'm saying. I'm saying the universal, not in the Bo Jackson athlete type of way, but in like the universal
That's the only way I know it.
sports type of way. All right.
That's a good one.
Also, Russ Grimm, Hall of Fame, right guard, left guard, maybe, and he was a Cardinals offensive line coach,
He
and I
was.
think maybe the Steelers too, a couple other teams.
He was.
But I believe he's a Hall of Famer. So
Isn't his dad or something else as well? I don't know.
Brothers Grimm.
Yes. Talking about today, we'll talk about, we'll probably touch on a few things. We actually got a special guest we're calling, hopefully, or she calls in. Brooke Hoetzer, I believe that's her last name.
She
I'm
will
not
tell
sure.
us.
All that stuff would be obviously on the screen, her Instagram, but hopefully she calls in. She'll let us know. Super cool cat on Instagram. She, talk to her all the time. Probably talk to her every single day. Fan of the podcast. She listens to actually a
Friend of the show.
supporter of the podcast. Friend of
Oh,
the
we're
show.
not using friend of the show. Sorry, I know that's bitten off of a lot of other shows, but I don't care.
And she's super duper, super dope. Website's dope. She takes dope pictures. Like, she might be one of the coolest people out there. So always post great videos.
And gets everything, which is one of the questions I'm going to ask her about later.
buys a lot of stuff. So we got a few
not just
questions
like
for her.
buys a lot of stuff, like has like
She
limited
does.
stuff.
She has a lot of stuff that she doesn't even take pictures of and post on the website or on Instagram a lot of times. So we talking to her, Miss Brookie Doo, Supreme
we'll
Louis.
We'll let her do that part.
I'll let her do that. Supreme Louis, talking about that today.
I had no idea it even released. We talked about that in the thread. I had no idea it released.
Supreme Louis. We're talking about Nike signing 6 of the 8 top draft picks, right?
6 of the top 8 picks in
Yep.
the 2017 NBA draft.
So does that matter for Nike basketball at all? What else I said we were talking about? Oh, A$AP Rocky signing with Under Armour.
Under Armour, yep.
Does that matter? I'm going to tell you it doesn't, but I'll save that for later.
Just about everything that can be said on that topic has been said on Twitter.
What'd they say? They just basically the same thing?
We'll talk about it when we talk about the topic.
And then I believe that might be it. We're going to talk to Brookie, obviously, and we're doing top 10 candy of all time to us. Ryan's not here. Greg, George Show, back in the building. 888. Pickups.
Because see, just say one of the ones on the list on the front.
What's in the front?
I put it on top of the shoe. Don't worry, it's still in the package. It's not getting chocolate on your shoe.
I'm about
Pause.
to eat it. Anyways,
I'll give you a piece of it.
what's coming out? I mean, what you cop anything this week? Pickups.
I did cop something, but it was basically just to look at it in hand and then take it back.
What was it?
Oh, we got to talk about Mayweather.
I talk about that.
Geek too. Even though I like. Okay, so here's the thing.
I like
We'll
him.
talk about it. I like them in their individual sports, and obviously it's not going to matter because in the opposite sport, the other one's going to get killed. Like Floyd
Right.
said, I'll fight him in MMA. No, you won't,
No,
because
you
you get
won't.
choked out. Or
I
whatever.
wouldn't.
Well, I don't think anyone who's never fought MMA should.
No.
But yeah, but we got to talk about that. Anyways, pickup was the Mariah multicolor from
What it look
Nike
like?
store. It comes today.
Oh, you haven't looked at it?
Get it? No.
What's that? You get your size?
Yeah.
You might keep it.
We'll see.
I saw it.
I like that other one better.
I saw no. Well, did you see it in person? The original color Mariah?
Yeah, I saw that
Oh,
at
okay.
the Nike
I
store.
thought you said it was trash.
The other colors that have come out are better than like that OG color or whatever. I don't know how to explain it, but the other ones are better.
I seen the multicolor one in person. Fire. All right.
Where at? What store?
I saw it actually in California, like sitting in a window. It wasn't out yet. It was just like, I'm assuming like gonna release. We were at Huntington Beach.
Did you talk about that yet?
What?
Was that last week?
California?
Did you talk about it at all?
Nah.
We talk about our trips on this show, all right?
Just a family trip. It wasn't nothing too
Doesn't
special.
matter.
Obviously, spending time with my family, I always enjoy that.
You're at the beach. That's
Cortez is old enough to like know he went to the beach. Like yesterday, he said, "Thank you for taking me to the beach." It was like 2-3 weeks ago, but that's my little man. So, I actually copped racers, Nike racers, not human races, from Johnny Gonzalez. He had like a long time ago during my
like Flying It Racer, you mean?
Yeah, Flying It Racer. I can't remember what they're called.
Okay, it's not that difficult.
He had got them from, I think probably Nike LF for super cheap. Sold them to me for super cheap. So it was one of those ones like the Fireberry, that like pink one.
Oh,
so it was like $60. It was like, why pass on that?
Yeah, they're worth it.
You know, it's definitely worth it. $60. That's the thing with Nike Flying It Racers. They're too expensive, but $60, that's perfect price. Releasing this week, I think we should start saying whether we would cop or pass.
That's a good idea. I thought we always did that.
No, we didn't.
Like in a roundabout way, we always did that. We would be like trash. If you say trash, you're not buying it.
Kind of.
If you say, yeah, I'm copping for like $79.97, you cop it for $79.97. But we ain't copping very much stuff these days in retail.
So Nike Air much up tempo bones, more up tempos, Pippins.
Yeah,
a bone
like,
color.
Okay, yeah. So like the off-white. No,
Off-white.
You know I'm not buying it.
Pass. Definitely passing that. Jordan 9 baseballs. You cop it? That might be one of the most awful shoes, period.
The only thing I'll say is the Jordan ad where they had them two cats standing in the baseball field. Because it's so far away and you can't tell they're baseball shoes, it looks okay.
Oh, that's a Jordan ad? I thought that was just like some.
I mean, it came, I think, in a Nike email or a Jordan email.
Oh, really? See, I didn't even see that. Yeah. I thought that was just like some Nike store. I mean, some stores' pictures or something like that. So I'm assuming we're passing on that.
I'm not buying it.
I'm not buying that garbage.
That's what I meant to bring up. Bruh, this is limited. Like, super limited, apparently.
That means somebody.
They show. Okay, so you know when they start saying this is the store list where stuff is coming out?
Yeah.
That's when you know stuff is limited. Now, you can check it if you want.
What, that Nike basketball? Oh, no.
Yeah.
That's good.
All right.
Yeah, I mean.
If it's a GR, they don't say, like, oh, here's the store list. But, so, I mean, it might, like, resell on the first day. Like, you might be surprised.
I'll say.
I'm definitely not copying.
If anybody cops, the one that might cop them might be the. I mean, sorry, that people might cop might be the brown one. I don't understand.
Well, yeah, the black ones are pointless.
The black ones are dumb. And then Air Max 1 Jewels. I've never liked.
They came out today. University
did?
Blue?
Not
Is that what you're talking about?
Blue,
Like
and then
Carolina
there's a black
blue?
one coming out too.
Terrible.
It's not terrible. I've never cared for the jewel stuff.
What?
It's too much shoe.
I guess my thing is like, yes, in 97, 96, in high school, fire, just with a bunch of other stuff. But with all leather shoes these days, unless it's like a Jordan 1 or something, all leather shoes don't sell. They don't, nothing happened. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it has to be like Flyknit or something these days, or Primeknit to sell. I mean, for the most part, unless it's Supreme or, let's put it this way. Supreme, what you call it?
Louis.
No. The Supreme
Air Max
up-tempos came out, and everybody went crazy.
Yeah. Trash.
Regular ones came out, no one cared. I mean, the black ones sold out first, and then they restocked, and then you could get them for half price. Or
Even
whatever.
the ones that I want to buy, the Air Max tempos, the ones that came out last week or the year before, I'm not gonna pay that price for them, and they didn't even sell out. And to me, they're the best colorway out of all of them. Obviously, you can't beat the OGs and stuff like that, but it's just ridiculous. Like, it's not. They're too bulky, and they shouldn't sell out. That's how I'll put it. What else is there? They're doing a restock on the multicolor Ultra Boost, which you didn't cop, did you?
No, I didn't. But
Did you even try?
I
You two kept talking about it. I didn't know anything about it. I didn't even know what it looked like.
want to say yes, I did, but not like sitting at my computer stressed coming out like we used to, or with Yeezys or whatever.
Stressed.
Just like, you know what I mean. Just like got maybe a text or something, and was like, all right, I'll click on it.
It's amazing at how stressed we used to be copping shoes. I was telling a friend from work today, like, we would literally be running through the office.
Almost broke stuff in my house for the Kobe 6 Orange County All-Star release. When that came out, because it only came like on Nike, I think, and you know, those were the days where you had to like add it instantly, but it didn't cart reserve it. You still had a chance to check out. Couldn't even get to like the good in the cart page.
I mean, I'm at your house at like, I don't know what time in the morning. We're copping Concords, you know, like sitting there. Like, I almost broke my computer trying to cop China KD4s. Like, it was just everything. You hear that word go, you look on Twitter, and the word go was very important in sneaker culture. It has a place in sneaker culture Hall of Fame history. You look on Twitter, if you got a thread with the homies, you get you get anything, and
You
it's
got to
just
put
a
the
link,
link and then
and
go.
the link, you got to tell the homies go. You just click it, and you just got it. That's it. You don't even know what it is. Like, it's just insane. I definitely don't see the point. I'm sorry. Back to multicolors. I'm not copping, but I think those might be the best 3.0s. Those, and there was another one that I said might be the best. Oh, the copper, the bronze ones. Those two are the best 3.0s. All the other ones are just whack, man. They need to do something to them.
Wait till you need to see. Here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Tripping, bro.
3.0s. I can understand what you're saying about the design, because the design on the 1.0 is so much better than all the other ones that it like makes the I don't know, it like the 1.0 makes the 3.0 look bad. But if you just took the 3.0 by itself, it's not bad. And if you put the 3.0 on, it's so much more comfortable than the 1.0. That may sound stupid.
That's impossible.
I'm dead serious. You put a 3.0 on, there's something different with the knit. There's something different with the cage. There's something, obviously the boost is the same, but the rest of it is so much different that it's way more comfortable. I don't even know how to explain it.
That's impossible.
It is. I mean, try one on. You can literally go to the store now and actually try Ultra Boost on, unlike 6 months ago or 10 months ago or whatever.
That's a fact.
So,
jeez. What else? Oh, that's about it. Nothing else. Nothing. I mean, there's really nothing worth copying this week. You never know what else just might drop, but I'm not really tripping off of that. Once again,
I will try to buy the multicolor ones.
Once again, subscribe. YouTube video was always lit. We appreciate everybody who watches and comments. Hit us up, likes. We are the best sneaker podcast that there is, and that's 100% fact. Period. And we appreciate all the other podcasts out there, but we gotta up ourselves. That's what we gotta do. And I hope that they think that they're the best podcast out there too, even though it's not true. But it is what it is.
I don't care. Shout out to my niece this weekend. Won in the 3rd championship of her racing career. She's first in the points race, I believe, for the season.
She wins, seems like, every time y'all go out there.
Recently, yeah. The last 2 we've been to, she's won. So there's 2 races every weekend, Saturday and Sunday. So this weekend that we just went out there, she made the semifinals on Saturday and won on Sunday. So shout out to her. Shout out to my burnt hand right here. I burnt my hand on her engine. Had to go to urgent care.
You like one of those idiot. Guys. Touching stuff you ain't got no business touching.
That's definitely what happened. But, I mean, it was an honest mistake.
Somebody always does something like that.
I wasn't, trying to fix anything. I was trying to...
Because just you just lean against it. You just do something. I remember...
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. I put my hand on it on accident, leaning on it like that. That's a bad idea.
My stepdad had just got his Harley, and we went around the block, and I got off, and then Willis got on it. Shout out to my Uncle Willis. He got on it and put his leg against the exhaust pipe and burned his leg up. It's just stuff like that. It always happens. Let's talk about...
Her car uses alcohol, not gasoline. So the tailpipe is a little bit hotter at the end. Plus, it was about 105 outside. So you just add all the factors together.
Fuel only lasts about 9 seconds. Shout out to her. I love her to death. Nike basketball. Talk about that real quick. They signed...
I mean, we've talked about Nike basketball topic or Nike in general so many times, but really they don't... It's impossible to kill them. They don't go away.
It's impossible.
And basketball still is king as opposed to if you were signing with I'm not going to say a running company, but say you're signing with a lifestyle company, probably most people will sign with Adidas, I would imagine.
Didn't one of the top 8 sign with Under Armour? Somebody signed with Under Armour.
I don't know.
I think somebody signed. I don't know if it was one of the top 8, maybe the top 10, but that's a point too. In my mind, I only think of Nike and Adidas as in competition with that. If even in the top 10, you have 6 out of the top 10 went to Nike, let's just say 1 went to Under Armour. You might have 3 with Reebok. I mean, one of them has his own brand, so he's not even included in that 6.
No, there it is. Yeah,
that makes it better. So you have. I
didn't even think about Lonzo Ball.
I didn't think of that either. So you have top 10, 6 with Nike, 1 with Baller Brand, 1 with Under Armour.
Yes, he had to sign with Baller Brand. It was an official contract.
And 2 are with maybe Adidas, maybe Reebok slid in somewhere possibly, or maybe 2 Under Armours, who knows. Does it help Nike basketball?
I wonder if Josh Jackson was the one who signed with Under Armour.
Okay.
And everyone else with Nike and then Lonzo Ball. I wonder though if the person who won that shoe, the one that the first ZO2 in the Keymaster sold it, because I would imagine you could probably get more than $500 for it if you sold it right now. It's a size 13 too.
Well,
and you be the first one on the streets with that shoe, even though it sucks. I guess it doesn't suck, but
what you're talking about is they wanted a Keymaster at Urban Necessities when the Ball family. Is there a piece of string right here? My peripheral is wild.
I can't.
Anyways, yeah, the Ball family was at Urban Necessities and put a Z2, whatever it's called.
Z02.
Z02 in the machine, and some kid won a size 13. And you're probably right. He could probably get about $700, $800 for it.
I mean,
somebody just
if
to
I
have
won it, I would ask him. I mean, not me personally, as a kid, and I won that, I would have asked him to sign it. Because why wouldn't you?
Oh, definitely.
Probably would have asked LeVar to sign it too. I don't know about the other two. But.
It depends. It depends on how long Lonzo was there. I think he had practice.
He had practice. He didn't stay.
But
still,
honestly, I think it'd be more valuable if the dad signed it than if Lonzo did. Honestly, you don't hear Lonzo talking about the shoe. I've never heard Lonzo say,
Lonzo doesn't say anything.
He doesn't talk. They're at the press conference. He's with Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson's talking to him, and he's just nodding. Like, I don't know what goes through his head.
Everyone was excited when that Foot Locker interview came out, but I knew at the time it was funny. But I knew that might be his personality, but his personality is also not to show it.
That's
you know
a
what
fact.
I mean? It's like he might be funny, but he doesn't do anything.
Do you think it does anything good for Nike basketball, or do you think Nike basketball?
No, I mean I don't think it's a big story in sneakers per se. I think it just is a story for us, for shows and whatever else, talking points, because it just shows that Nike's still on top. People still want to be with Nike, even though if you sign with Adidas, you get access to all that.
And that's what
Adidas
I thought.
Stuff.
I thought,
but
maybe
Adidas basketball's terrible.
I guess.
I'm just saying, if you think, okay, so one thing that a lot of listeners, or I'm just gonna say people in general, whether they listen to the show or not, probably don't realize how much money is spent by NBA teams on guys' feet and ankles and stuff like that, making sure they have the proper shoe inserts, the thing is designed exactly to their specifications. Look at Steph Curry. I talked about his last contract with the Warriors because of all his foot and ankle problems. He went to Under Armour and they completely reversed everything. So, Adidas basketball just must not get it in that business, in the area of being able to figure out. There was a lot of obviously jokes and stigma about Derrick Rose tearing his ACLs, Dwight Howard being trash, and whatever else when all that Adidas bad stuff was happening. But number one, I don't believe any of that stuff because that's just conjecture. Whatever.
I believe
it all.
You sign with Jordan, you're going to be trash, and you'll never win a championship unless you're Kawhi Leonard and you won that one.
Whatever.
But he's a weirdo.
No, he won more than one, didn't he?
One.
I thought he won two.
One against. Is it one? That's it.
Oh, against the Heat.
I think. That was
when LeBron was there. So I think Nike. There's something where they just have basketball figured out in terms of. Well, it might be a small factor in terms of technology, knowing how to shape someone's shoe to their foot so they won't get injured or whatever. So, again, I don't buy in that Adidas stuff. I understand what you're saying, but...
what the thing is, which I'm not going to say Adidas didn't do, I'm assuming that they did, but if I'm there as an Adidas representative to get you to sign with Adidas, my number one market we'll get you Yeezys. That's all that matters.
And Ultra Boost and NMD.
Yeah, that's all that
Adidas
matters.
Originals, whatever you want.
Because
Pharrell's, whatever.
I don't care if you are signed with Nike. That's why I really want to talk to somebody who is signed with Nike, because I want to know.
Not only that, but we need to get a rep from a company on the show so we can figure out what these kids really have access to. Because everyone just assumes they have access to everything and can get whatever they want. But look how many NBA players go on sneaker shopping or go on whatever, and they end up buying stuff. You know what I mean? Because they can't get it for free. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, I don't understand that either. Because, like I said, my pitch would be: we'll get you 750s, Turtle Doves, Pirate Blacks, 720, whatever you need.
Obviously, some of that stuff's still laying around places.
Now, Hardens don't suck, but they suck. You look at a picture of a Harden, you're like, them is fire. Yeah, but if you wear a size past 9 in those, they're awful. That toe box on them is 99% of the shoe.
It looks like that cartoon, the Acme cartoon, when they step on the man's foot and it makes the shoe flat. Then the front is super wide. Splat.
Barely went in my nose. Yeah, I'm not. I don't know why.
I hope he has more input. I hope he didn't. Maybe he signed off on that. I hope he wasn't this final decider on this is gonna be my shoe. Hopefully he gets more input next time.
It's
on
just
the Harden 2.0, whatever.
Oh, I hope so.
I just don't think Adidas has figured out basketball yet, and these guys' feet and knees and ankles are so important that Nike has the ability. Not only does Nike still have the juice technically in terms of overall branding. They obviously aren't as hot as Adidas right now in lifestyle, but
I'm just in my mind.
I think they have it all figured out.
In my mind, if you think of the current like athletes that Adidas has, they're pretty top notch. Harden is the number one paid athlete in basketball history.
Yeah, but
and he's great. And then Lillard is great.
That's true, but that's because of how long he's been with Houston more so than anything else.
True. But
like
he's
if KD would have stayed with Oklahoma City, he'd have been able to sign a deal way bigger.
This is the thing too with Nike. Nike, I don't even know if they care to appease us with these athletes. It doesn't matter if they come out with some fire.
Well, which ones in the top 8 picks do you think are the cool factor? I mean,
they're all the exact same person to me. Like they're not. Every college athlete has that same broccoli haircut. They all look unconcerned. They all look quiet,
except Fox.
Fox is. I'm telling you, Fox is that guy,
I'm fine
bro.
with it.
I'm telling you. Now
he has more personality than all the other guys.
All of them. Like I'm more interested in him. Lonzo. He doesn't talk or do anything. Like, I don't even know. He just looks terrified. Like, and then Fultz he's cool. I mean, he seems okay, but like he has that unconcerned look too. It's not.
Joel Embiid will change that.
I hope so.
I think that team is going to cut up.
Right.
That team's going to cut up, I think.
I think.
I don't know if they're going to be any good, but they're going to cut up.
Nike's strategy needs to be, they need to start revamping all of these signature sneakers that they had retroed in the history. So like they need to take pennies, like we've talked about before.
They need a new technology. That's where Adidas got so hot from.
It doesn't. Cool.
Yes, they do.
Not necessarily a technology.
I'm okay. Look, Pharrell and Kanye helped, but Boost was out before either one of them was signed with Adidas. I don't know about Pharrell, but definitely Kanye.
I think Pharrell. Oh well, I just found that out about Kanye.
What?
Being there like 2 years before. Or whatever, how many years?
But Boost was out before he was doing anything, is what I'm saying. So, like, the technology was already working in terms of being on Ultra Boost, whatever. So, it may not have been popularized, but it was already out. But that's what I'm saying. Nike's got to come out with something that's like that. And they had to sign the right people.
I mean, they're not.
Vapormax isn't that to me. It's just not.
You haven't tried
it? And that's one of. Yeah, I did. Tried it on, wore it around the house. I still have them at the house. I got to take them back.
That's the technology.
I'm going to ask Brooke about that, too, because she has both.
That's right. She's a big Boost fan and big in Vapormax as well. I don't think, like I said, they need to start taking these past lines. It's nothing wrong with revamping a Barkley to current technology and giving it to an athlete. There's nothing with taking the penny line and starting over. We're going to take that penny one, and we're going to revamp it, and we're going to make it the Fultz. All right, you got to do something because they're not good enough at making new designs that are interesting. They're not.
I mean, I don't think anyone's gonna. No one thought Kyrie was gonna get a SIG either, and that's obviously done well because Kyries sell more than LeBron's and Kobe's do now.
But this is the problem.
Fultz might get one. At some point.
Two best looking basketball sneakers, Paul George and Kyrie, are coming from two athletes that nobody would even think of as top 10. I wouldn't.
Yeah, Kyrie was 15, and Paul George might
they're not even top 10.
Top 20.
Kevin Durant is number 2 in the league, maybe number 1.
He's top
3.
I will say this: that last, is it the Durant that's out right now, or the one that? All right, whatever the Durant was, that maybe not the most recent one, but he wore the Elite in the playoffs, right? The Elite of the 7 or 8 or whatever it is. All right, so that Durant is actually like really, from what I understand, really comfortable and a good shoe to play on the court with. The Paul George shoe has some appeal in terms of like aesthetics, I guess, but I don't know if it performs like that. So I don't know. I just think KD may have made some mistakes in his line. And
all right,
hello.
All right, so we got.
Cool.
All right, you good? I'm making sure.
I'm good.
All right, we got. How do you say your last name? Is it Hoetzer?
Right, so my last one is super duper German, and it's actually super funny because I'm like not really German looking at all, but it's pronounced Hoetzer.
Hoetzer.
Yeah.
So we got.
I told you she would clear that up for us.
We got Miss Brooke Hoetzer in the building on the Think This podcast.
Ding 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 ding.
What's good?
We super happy that you're on. What are those Instagrams? What's that Twitter?
So you can find me on Instagram and you can find me on Twitter at BrookeYDoo, BrookeYDoo. So that's where you can find me.
What's that website?
Look me up.
That website's
so
long.
My website right now is like kind of like tricky because I really am like in the widths of fighting with Wix because I bought a domain through GoDaddy and I'm having like the most horrible time like trying to connect it. So every time I try to connect my domain, Wix will like hit me with that email and be like, successful, like we're connecting you. And then like 3 days later, it will be like, something failed. It's not getting connected. And it's like impossible to contact their customer service. So I'm in the works of getting the domain connected. So it will just be brookiedo.com. But right now you can find my link in my Instagram and also on my Twitter. So I post a lot of really great reviews and a lot of blogs, just a lot of like thoughts. So check it out if you have some time.
Brooke is probably one of the cooler people that we talk to on Instagram. I honestly, she has like one of the best looks, period. Her website is dope. She puts great reviews. Her pictures are always dope. And you wouldn't even believe, I'm not going to tell her secret because honestly, most of you sneakerheads need to take note, but I'm not going to tell her secret because it's literally just her taking the pictures. And that's what's dope about it. If you look at her pictures, it's just her. I thought it was at least 2-3 people. No, it's just her. And I'm not telling her secret because most of you corny sneakerheads out there need to step your game up, all right? And you know what's funny?
Yeah.
You know what's funny? A lot of sneakerheads, Brooke is one of the only people that posts full shots of herself. That's what you never see out of sneakerhead pics. You see just their feet.
Yeah, a lot of people can't dress. That's
well, they can't dress and they're ugly. Like, so that's the thing. Brooke might have the best hair on the internet, period, all right? And I typically don't even care about stuff like that, but her hair is fire. So we already talked about Nike basketball, so we figured.
Wait, where's Brooke from?
Oh, yeah, where you from? Yo, tell where you from.
All right. Well, thank you guys for all the love. I do moisturize my hair a lot. I try to keep it all natural. But I grew up in Norristown, so like the Philly area. So Norristown, Philadelphia area is where I was from.
Okay.
I currently still kind of live in that same area. Just I live in Royersford now, if you've ever heard of that.
Nope.
It's kind of like yeah.
How far from like the main cities?
So from Philly takes like 25 to 30 minutes to get there.
All right. Well, you live in Philly then. The listeners know you live in Philly.
Yeah, you from Philly.
Close enough.
Right.
Well, because I saw pictures like you're in New York fairly often, so I figured you're either on the East Coast or you had a reason to keep going back all the time.
I love New York, but like I wouldn't be able to survive to live there. Like I recently went to New York about like 2 weeks ago, and just like going out to eat and like shopping, like rookie dude would be broke. Like if I lived in New York, like I'd be out there taking some pictures for money. Just kidding. But yeah, New York is super duper dope, and I love going there because I have a lot of people that like I've met through social media actually that like work in different stores in New York, and it's actually just really cool to just kick it with a bunch of people and just talk about stuff that we love and just get super excited about it.
Yeah.
The cost of living is definitely up there because that's one of the things I noticed being there a couple weeks ago, whatever it was, where you would go somewhere and the sandwich might be like $8, $9, $10 out here in Phoenix. It's like 16 in New York. I'm just like, man, we don't need that extra $6.
Yeah, my girl got like a thing of carrots. It was like $8. I was like, damn.
Yeah, I know. When I got back from New York, my wife, looked at the account and was like, "Are you serious?" I'm like, "I went to New York. Like I didn't go down the street." So, anyways, we actually already talked about Nike basketball signing athletes. So
hold on. Let's ask her. Are you copping anything this weekend?
Oh yeah,
the releases.
Oh, so this is like there's so much heat that has came out this summer, like with Nike, that it's only getting better. So like, I'm not gonna lie, my heart is like it's pumping for them red Vapormaxes that come out tomorrow. But
that's tomorrow,
not the clot one, the other one.
Oh, the Team Red one. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for like certain red shoes, but like I don't have any right now in my collection.
Right.
But that one red, I just love the Vapormax in general, so I'm intrigued by it. But I do like those. Did you guys touch base on the up tempos, the one colorway that's coming out this weekend?
That like off-white. Yeah, we talked about it. I mean, we're not copping.
See, that's a shoe for like, what size shoe are you?
I'm a 7 in men's.
Okay, see, you can wear that shoe. I can't. A 12, it looks like a snow boot.
It's debatable because Brooke is way too skinny to be wearing something that big. Like,
yeah, I would look like a legit transformer.
Yeah, no, you'd look honestly like a giant capital L. So like, you don't want that when your feet is longer. When your feet goes past your chin, they're too long. Like you just can't rock them. I read that in a book. I read that if your feet go. Anyway.
No, like they are super nice, but like you said, like I personally like I'm at a point where like when I do cop something, like I'm very picky with my cops, so I wouldn't want to waste the cop on them.
You know what? I got a question too for you because you always hit us up. Why have you ever been scammed before?
What do you mean scam?
Yeah.
Like buying
something or something, because you might be the most paranoid person ever when you cop. She cops something and it hits up everybody if it's authentic.
I just get paranoid. Yeah, but no, I've honestly, knock on something right now. Like I've never been scammed. Actually, I got a story. So it's about a year and a half ago. There were a pair of I got the Pirate OG Yeezy Blacks, the Pirate Blacks. But before I got my pair, I actually ended up selling them to one of my friends. But before I got my pair, I saw this one pair and all the pictures looked great. Like one of my friends who's like a diehard, he's been wearing Yeezys like since day one. And I showed him the pictures. He's like, yeah, Brooke, like they look really great. I bought them off eBay and I had a pair of Moon Rocks before, so I knew what the Yeezy box like felt like. Like like when you get a fake Yeezy box and when you get a real one.
Right.
Like a fake Yeezy box is like take out Chinese food, the flaps just like poof, like there's no firmness to it.
Right.
Like it's horrible. So I open up the shoe and I take it out and it was awful. But I messaged the guy like right away and was like, I don't know if you think this is funny, but these are fake. He's like, I'm sorry, I'll refund you right away. Like he knew what he was doing. But like I've never gotten scammed. So
okay.
Yeah, I mean, if he responded that quick, then respect to him, I guess. You know what I mean?
So
yeah, he was like, damn, I tried to pull it on her, but I couldn't.
Wait, hold up. So what was your most recent cop then?
My most recent cop was probably the Nikes that I just got in the mail yesterday, the Thomas Campbells that you rating on.
Oh, the SB?
Well,
yeah, the SBs are probably my most recent.
Hate is a strong word. Okay.
Well, you didn't approve.
No, well,
maybe.
Okay. I think they look dope, but once I saw how the materials looked bad. Like
but have you seen them in person though?
No, I haven't. Like
you gotta see them in person.
Like I know they look good. It's just that the materials they look awful to me.
That's another shoe that when you wear a size 12 doesn't work. You have to wear a size 7.
And see, I think those are perfect. I think those are perfect for women. Honestly, a grown man wearing those, they're a little tacky. Like your collection. Your collection has to be wild in order to own something like that. If you're above the age of 29, like.
So I watched a YouTube video on them. Like that's I love to watch like videos on foot, whether I'm thinking about a shoe, if I think it's going to match my style, whether I want to see how it looks. And I saw a couple of people because it was so new. There weren't that many out there and there were some whack ones, kind of like what you were saying. But I saw in the video and I was hesitant, kind of like how you are. I'm like, I don't know about these. Like maybe I might just flip them. The material kind of looks a little bit off. I don't know if it's like what I really thought it was going to be. But I'll tell you what, man, when I opened them up and took them out of the box, the material was so on point. Like it did not look like fake, or it didn't look like it was just like grandma made a quilt. Let me just sew some stuff on here. Like it actually looks like really nice how like everything just collabs so like nicely.
Right. Yeah, no. I mean, like I said, they're cool and the price point is right. You said 110, right?
Yeah, 110.
Anything under 120 is okay with me.
Wait, so can you wear GS then in certain shoes?
So I can, but like I prefer to wear the men's 7 just because with quality in certain shoes.
Right.
Some of the GSs like they're poorly done. Like they've gotten a lot better. Like it took me forever to find the grade school size 7 Royals that were perfect. Like I got a pair, the one toe box was off, and I was like losing sleep over it. But it was horrible.
She got Royal ones, and one of the toe boxes weren't tumbled, and she was stressed. She got rid of them. She was so stressed.
That's all I saw was videos of that stuff.
I was like, get them out my house.
They folded the laces up differently in different pairs and all kinds of stuff.
Some laces like weren't rolled correctly. Like people were really stressed about those. And you know what's funny? I had just told a homie Chris, shout out to my homie Chris, that's my big brother. I thought I wore my Royal ones. DS. I couldn't wait to get Royal ones. Them joints are DS.
Guess that's it. Sell them.
Yeah, it might honestly, I might have no choice. So real quick, I think we covered a few things, but considering, like I said, you're dope at dressing, you're super dope at taking pictures, Supreme, Louis Vuitton. Oh no, actually, you know what? Let's talk ASAP Rocky, Under Armour.
Okay.
I watch your story videos on Instagram and all that all the time, and you definitely love hip hop.
Yes, I do.
I'm sure you're really familiar with ASAP Rocky. Like,
for sure.
I love ASAP Rocky. Music is some of the most underrated.
I love it too.
And I think he is very underrated.
He's been getting kind of hated on recently. I don't know if it's because I've been watching too much Everyday Struggle or what, but he's been getting hated on a lot lately. He has been.
But do you think ASAP Rocky is cool enough to help Under Armour?
So here's my take on it. I feel like this could either be like, I was talking about it with someone at work too. Like I feel like with like Kanye, with Adidas and Yeezy, and you got Bieber with like Ultra Boost, then you have Travis Scott with the Vapormaxes.
Right.
I feel like maybe Under Armour could use it, and maybe he could use it. Like maybe they are gonna come out with like a shoe that might be more like lifestyle, or like maybe look a little bit more casual. Because if you think about it, like anytime you see people wearing like Under Armour shoes, it's either basketball or like people that buy them to like lift at the gym. Like no one wakes up in the morning and they're like, I'm going to go cop some Under Armours. Like no one does.
No.
So maybe it's kind of just something to kind of get Under Armour up there and also help ASAP out and maybe get him like his own type of line.
I'm going to say this. Maybe the sales numbers aren't high, but the weekend stuff from Puma is probably selling to some people. If it was like 5 years ago when that shoe that came out, we would have copped that. The only reason we didn't buy it is because we're not buying stuff like we were used to.
Right.
But some of the stuff he made is kind of nice. So like, if Under Armour comes up with a new SIG, I'm of the opinion that it's not going to make a difference because Under Armour just doesn't have any kind of pull at all in lifestyle shoes. But if they can do something similar to what Puma did with the Weekend, I could see something selling.
See, the thing is with the Weekend sneaker with Puma, it's dope, and I wouldn't mind owning it. The problem is I'm not paying $150. I think is how much it costs for it. One, and when I look at the technology on that Puma, like it's similar to like a Flyknit, like stretchy something. I would buy a better brand with the same type of stretchy material. Like it's not, but it's dope though. Like I would buy it for like $55. Like I'm not gonna pay over $100 for it. Now, okay, so
I mean, we wouldn't even pay over $100 for like a Flyknit racer.
This is the problem.
Yeah, that's like not saying much.
This is what Under Armour, and I'm gonna give out this free advice. Now, this is just free advice from the Sneak This podcast, which might mean nothing, okay? But I'm gonna give it out anyways. Under Armour, a lot of people don't realize Under Armour is maybe one or the only sneaker. They're not okay. I think, and I don't know from facts, I think all the other sneaker companies started from the feet up. They started from the sneaker up.
Except
Under Armour. And one. Now, I think Under Armour started from the clothes down to the feet.
Yeah, they were making stuff for sporting teams.
You got to think about all the brands out there. Under Armour isn't an attractive name. When I think of Under Armour, I think of the clothing. This is the one and only sneaker company out there with two names. You got Nike, Reebok, Adidas. You got
Vans,
Saucony, Vans. New Balance is the only one with two words. You got Asics. Then you got Under Armour. I think of Under Armour as actual armor. That's exactly what they started with. The best workout clothes that you could buy. I don't think sneakers and I don't think cool. ASAP Rocky is the type of person that would flourish in Vans. But Vans is one of those companies where I think any athlete or any celebrity, I don't care if you're the bottom grade celebrity, you could flourish in Vans. You come up with a collaboration with from a Kanye West to a Cameron Diaz or something. It would sell out if it's a Vans. A$AP Rocky, there is no
Then you
way.
talking about like psychological.
That's what the
Yeah.
sneaker game is now. It's psychological thing. Who
Well,
can be
I
cooler
mean, I
than
wouldn't
the
say
next
now.
person?
It's probably been like that forever, but yeah.
Okay, forever. But A$AP Rocky isn't big enough of a personality, not even in music. He can't even get recognized as a top
Well,
10.
he may have been like a
in
year
music.
ago or whenever his record came out. but
No, he wasn't top. To me, he's top
he's
5.
he's always been in the fashion.
No, fashion.
Top whatever.
Fashion. But do you think if I said George, if I said Brooke, George, name your top 10 rappers right now that you like, A$AP wouldn't be in it. And you might.
Yeah, but you know what kind of hip hop I listen to.
Right.
So.
Brooke, do you listen to enough
I
A$AP
mean,
Rocky?
I like
You
A$AP
are-
Rocky,
you
but he's
are
not in the
right
top
with
10.
that, though.
Say what?
You are right with that. Like, I wouldn't be like a number 7 A$AP. Like, he probably would not make my list.
Now, if I
For
brought
sure.
him up, now you know what? And it's not that he doesn't deserve to be in that list. It's just the
He gets
fact
he
you get forgotten. And if I said, "What about A$AP?" You might say, "Ooh, I might need to adjust my list now." I
Yup.
listen to A$AP Rocky music every single morning when I drive to work. That's 100% fact. But I can't see him making a brand. I mean, they have some of the best athletes, winners, on their lineup, and they can't even make them cool. If you got Tom Brady, Steph Curry, Jordan Spieth, you got actual winners on your brand. They can't. Now these are
Well, the problem is, the problem's the brand, not the person. I mean, I think if A$AP went to, who was Travis Scott got Vapormax?
Yeah, Vapormax.
If you would have said
Yeah,
A$AP
Vapormax.
Rocky got Vapormax, it would have been the same level to me. It's not like Travis Scott is
No.
more, to me, the same.
I don't know. I feel like Travis Scott would have made my list before A$AP would.
It's a possibility.
To be honest with you.
And that's only because he's just in our face more. Maybe not a better rapper.
Yeah.
Maybe he doesn't make better
That is
music.
very true. That is true.
Yeah, he may not be a better rapper or make better music, but he's in my face
No,
more.
his music. I ain't gonna hate on Travis's music.
I'm not
Travis,
either. I'm not
Travis
either.
is really good.
I'm not going
music,
there.
his
But what I'm
music is
saying-
super nice. But the thing that is like the major point is that he's forgotten about.
That's it.
Like that's what it comes down to.
And for all I know, Under Armour might make actual great running shoes, workout shoes, basketball shoes, but I will never know because I will never buy them. I just won't.
It's actually crazy that you say that because if you see my posts, and I know you said you follow my story, I'm a pretty big runner. I
Right.
run a lot. And one of the shoes that was actually like recommended to me from another person who does a lot of runs was the Under Armour like Gemini. And supposedly, like, I did a little bit of research, looked this shoe up, and it's been like voted by like some hardcore runners like one of the best shoes. But maybe it kind of comes down to Under Armour just doesn't really do a great job of marketing.
Oh, that
I-
could be too.
That's definitely part of it. I don't think the name of the company is an issue. That, to me, that's
Oh yeah,
secondary
I
when
do.
it comes to stuff like
It's
that.
not a easy. It sounds. It might sound.
Yeah,
a
but
little
people
crazy.
call it like UA too. You know what I mean? Like,
Nobody calls it UA. They call it UA online.
Some people call it UA.
I know what you mean by that because when someone's honestly like the first thing that comes to my mind when someone says Under Armour is like lacrosse or like something that like I really don't care to hear
Right.
about.
When I think of UA, I
Like-
think of unauthorized pairs. All right.
No, you don't.
That's 100% fact.
Stop it.
I think of unauthorized. Now, okay, so do you think? Okay, so now, Brooke, I will even actually ask the question: do you think he will make a difference?
It's tough because it comes down to how are they going to market him? Like, what shoes are they going to put him in? I think that there could be potential for him to make a difference, but it's really going to come down to how they're going to market it, what kind of shoe that they're going to do. Because think about it, like, are they going to put him in like some like a shoe like some Steph Curry's or like one of them shoes that you see like moms at the pool wearing because they don't want their feet to get wet? Like,
And
what kind of like what are they going to do? 'Cause
You're
look at their
right.
shoe lineup.
And see now,
There's nothing. Yeah.
this is the thing: when a company like a Under Armour signs somebody as elevated as an A$AP Rocky, they have to tell him you can't wear anything else but Under Armour. I had no
Yeah.
idea Migos had something with Under Armour. No idea. I was reading and it said Under Armour has like a little something with Migos, but Migos wasn't wearing it enough for you to even know it. I would literally A$AP Rocky, in order to make it something, he has to convince me he's gonna have to have A$AP not Yams. I mean, obviously he's dead. Rest in peace. Sorry about that. I don't even know why I thought that.
That's your Obama moment for this episode.
But but you gotta have everybody has to rock it. Like, you have to make wearing Under Armour in the hood cool. In Harlem, cool.
He has the ability to do what the Weeknd did with Puma. That's the level I'll go to.
When I think of celebrity musicians, A$AP Rocky is top 5 coolest, period, to me. Just a cool
because
cat.
He's always been a fashion dude. That's why.
Always a fashion dude, and he will scrap in a second. A$AP Mob will scrap up anybody. For
0 to 100 real quick.
Real quick. That's 100% fact. So, I don't know. I think we're all kind of like on the same page of we don't know how much he can do. You good? You good, Brooke?
I'm good.
Oh, I thought you was like sound like you taking out groceries or something.
Oh no, sorry. I just walked into my apartment and I was putting some water in my dog's dish.
Oh, okay. I'm like, maybe I have to call you back.
Yeah, he can have the. I think he can have. Well, I will say this though: the Weeknd is like the main picture on Puma's page when you go to it these days. So,
which is cool, but if you don't get that many views on your page, it don't even matter. Supreme Louis Vuitton. Like I said, Brooke is one of the coolest cats on the internet that we follow, that we like. And how do you feel about Supreme Louis Vuitton? Just like seeing the releases, what's been going on, what's been happening. How do you feel about it?
So my intake on it is it's beautiful. I would love to be fortunate and blessed enough to be able to have
Brooke.
a piece of that to my collection.
Come on, Brooke.
Look, I like it because I really do like you see, I wear a lot of Supreme. I really do like Supreme. I like kind of like the whole like, like city kids, like kind of like just outburst thing type deal that they kind of perceive. And I like a lot of the styles that they come out with, but would I pay resale for it? No. Could you imagine going out to like a bar and or going out anywhere and wearing like one of those shirts or a hoodie and someone like spill something on you? You'd be ready to like Chuck Norris roundhouse kick people to the face.
Right, so and that's why I love Brooke.
So that brings up another point. I'm not trying to get away from this topic. We'll come back to it.
Because you got to be realistic. Like,
I would never wash it.
About it.
I couldn't buy a hoodie for $900 and put it in the washing machine.
More than $900.
I thought the hoodie was
I'm the type of person that like
retail was $935.
I don't buy white shirts sometimes because I know like I'm gonna mess it up. Like I'm gonna spill something on it. It could be a $40 white shirt, and I'll still say that. But like to spend that to pay like resale, like to me it kind of like makes me sick. Like you're flaunting all this money that you have on a hoodie to pay resale for when you could be walking down the street and a bird could take a shit right on your shoulder and that hoodie doesn't it's not worth anything.
It's not.
All right, so hold on. So let me ask this question real quick because this is a good segue. We'll come back to this because I got some thoughts on Supreme stuff too. So from IG, it looks like you get all the hype. Like, I'm not saying hype beast stuff, but anything that's limited pairs, you get whatever you want. So, and I'm not saying out the connect or whatever, but are you just good at buying stuff online, or you got to connect, or what? Explain your abilities in copping here because I see a lot of hype stuff on there.
So I will be honest with you. I am super lucky, and I'm fortunate that I am. I have one connect, maybe two connects. But I really do my research. Like kids nowadays, like go on these websites and they pay like over, resale pricing. But I'm very patient and fortunate to be able to have the things that I have. So like a lot of people will ask me like, oh, like how do you have like all these Yeezys? Like how do you have like, how'd you get those Thomas Campbells? Like I use the sneakers app on my phone. Like I was ready. I read about it. I did some research on it for like Yeezys. I go and raffle. So like the only Yeezy that I ever paid resale for were my Moon Rocks and they were my first Yeezy. Like all the other Yeezys that I have, like even the Zebras that I have, I was able to kind of move some sneakers that I had. Right. So I didn't pay really anything out of my pocket.
Must be nice. Anyways, back to Supreme LV. So there's two topics here. One release actually came out. I had no idea it came out. The second half of it has been permanently canceled. So
wait, did they cancel the one in New York?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they permanently LV canceled the whole thing, every city.
Are you riding a train?
No, I knew you were gonna say something. I'm taking my dog out right now, and there's train tracks by my apartment. You ball buster.
I'm like, yo, Brooke hopped on a train. I'm like, I thought you hopped on like a
She
hobo.
got business to do. She got to go to the city and
Yo,
cop.
I gotta get to New York to get this.
Yeah,
Supreme.
she got to go cop.
But no.
So, I mean, obviously, just hearing you say that. So, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't mind a piece of something from it, but
I would like the wallet.
Yeah, I would like.
See,
something
the leather
like
goods
that.
are the only thing I would use.
That's
I wouldn't.
it.
I
Yeah.
don't. Supreme ain't nothing to
The
me.
backpack,
I've
like-
never been a Supreme person.
Like you
so.
said, if I had the T-shirt,
I would mess with the backpack.
that's
I'll
it.
tell you what, I have one of the waist packs that I bought, and I'll tell you from Supreme, it's probably one of my favorite. I wear that thing every single day. It's perfect.
I use
It
my.
may look small, but it can fit so much crap in it. Take it to work with me every day. Just pop it on.
I have.
And it's good.
I have the Supreme 3-pack pouches, and I have a backpack. Shout out to the family, Johnny Gonzalez, for that backpack. I use it every
The
single
backpack's
day.
nice.
They're
Yeah,
great
it's great.
backpacks, and I'm a Herschel guy, but I'm now a Supreme backpack guy. All right.
These wallets are selling for $1,500.
Now that's the thing. Now see, now that Brookie is talking about is beautiful, so obviously Brooke is I call her Brookie like I know her. I mean, I know her. Man, Brooke is
That's
Brooke
her,
is-
all right.
that's her, that's her
family,
social
man.
media personality.
Brooke is family.
Why not?
She good. She good with the Sneak This
All right.
podcast.
Oh my God,
So-
$1,500 for these
So
wallets.
I mean, hearing from what Brooke said, she's obviously, she's into the I don't want to say the hype stuff, but you like it being hyped, right?
Yeah, I mean, I do like that. I like everyone does. You like the attention. Like if someone sees you wearing a pair of rare shoes,
Thank you,
and
Brooke.
they come out to you. Like today, I went to get a smoothie, and I was wearing the Thomas Campbell's, and the girl on the register lost her mind. She seriously broke her neck 3 times. And she was like, "Oh my God, those shoes! Ooh, you are just so cute." And I was like, "Oh, I thank you."
That
And it's just nice, when people recognize that
yes,
you have style.
Thank
It's
you.
a nice kick.
that right
Am
there.
I going?
That's
Am I
right.
going out there with packs of people behind me,
Right.
shooting people with money guns? No, I'm just being me, and that's what happens.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I've been since day one of this podcast. One thing that got me into sneakers growing up since 4th grade, I don't know what it was. I'm sorry. It's the attention. I don't care.
Yeah.
I like when people are like, bruh, Greg got the white pair and the black pair. I like that. I would come wearing the black Iversons, then the red Iversons, then the white ones, then the blue ones. That was dope. I like
Yeah,
the
it
attention,
was.
and it's fine. And if anybody sits there and says they don't like the attention, I only buy what I like, they're liars. They're liars, okay? They're all...
well, I don't know if it's complete 100% either way. It could be half and half or
They're liars.
a percentage.
They're 100% liars.
No, I'm saying no one is everything 100% they cop is they're trying to show off with, and vice versa. That's what I'm saying. You have a lot of stuff that's not going to turn nobody's head, but you like it. That's my point.
Yeah, true, but it should turn their heads. Right?
Okay.
Brooke, what you doing? You throwing dice?
No, my God,
Brooke is out of control, though. Shit, cutting up meat. What are you doing?
no.
I'm like,
So
Busy.
you listen. So you complimented my hair. So shout out. I'll tell you a secret. One of my friends works at a store that's in the mall that I work at, and it's called Lush. And they make all organic and
stop it.
everything.
Stop it, Brooke.
Everything's from earth and pretty much
Brooke.
fruit and different stuff like that.
He
Brooke.
doesn't believe in organic stuff.
Whoa. Let me say this real
I
quick.
got my package today, and
Brooke. Brooke.
it's some good stuff. So I'm just
Brooke.
looking at it.
Lush is one of the worst stores in every single mall in the country.
Why?
This
Tell
is
me
why
more.
you can't. If you're a man, you can't even walk by Lush or walk in Lush without leaving without a migraine.
Yeah, it smells pretty bad.
The smells
Nah, man,
smells
don't
that
even-
come out
don't
of
even compare it to Abercrombie. You
Stop.
walk past Abercrombie, you think you're in a middle school strip club.
but the smells.
That's true, but there's one smell there and 100 smells in the other place.
I walk by Lush in Chandler Mall out here in Arizona. Shout out to Chandler Mall. I walk by Lush. I gotta go home. I'm nauseous and sick. The smells.
That bad?
The smells is too strong out of there. I don't know what they make their soap out of. Like soap, body wash, all that stuff is out of control in there. But yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm just sick and tired of looking at the people on the internet wearing the Supreme stuff. Like, they're like the new terrorist. Like, I seen some cat wearing the scarf, the shirt, the hoodie, the pants, the jacket, the backpack, the wallet. Like, he looked like a hype beast terrorist. Like,
so my thing is I don't like the hype beasts that are like cheap hype beasts. So like I was at these outlets by my house, and this girl was trying to, like, she knew that I bought Supreme. She was friends with one of my friends. I'm not going to call anyone out because I don't want to blow up this stingy girl's spot.
I mean, technically you could, but just for the record, we didn't say it.
She's like, I really want to get into Supreme. Like, I see that you wear it. Like, I'm like, shut up. And then I'm just like thinking in my head, I'm like, yeah, whatever. And I was like thinking, I'm like, you know what? I got like a couple of things I wouldn't mind to like let go of, and kind of like there's other things out there that I want.
Right.
So she gave me her number or whatever. And like, I showed her a picture of like the stuff that I had and gave her a price. And she's like, wow, really that much for like a shirt or a hoodie? And I'm like, oh my God, like this isn't like a yard sale. Like, get out of here. Like, if you want to wear this stuff, like you have to realize, like, if you want to be about it, you're gonna have to spend some money.
That's
like
true.
That's what it comes down to.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what it comes down to. I mean, we've gotten to the point to where obviously we always try for retail, but retail just doesn't seem to ever work. So we've gotten to the point to where 30, 40, 50 above retail, we're fine with it. That $50, if I would rather spend the $50 than like wake up in the morning at 3 a.m. and go try to get a pair or ask anybody for help, I'd rather spend the $50 and just go for it. I base everything off the price of a Foamposite. If a Foamposite is selling for $270,
you ain't buying a Foamposite.
You're
so
right,
it doesn't matter.
but the price of a Foamposite is $270, and I base it off if I'm gonna actually wear it. If there's a fire Vapormax or a fire Boost, I'd pay $270 for it because I know I'm gonna wear it, one, and I didn't have to work too hard to get it. I just gave somebody the extra $50 and I copped it. That was it. Like, it's
sometimes you just honestly just have to like let someone else do it. Like, there's been so many times on, like, because I work in retail, so like a Saturday, if I know I work, like, there's no way in hell I'm getting this shoe. Like, I'll have to like be on my phone, or I'll have to like hide or something like that. And it's just nice to be able to know, like, all right, like, I had to pay like $50 or whatever, like, for it, but whatever, like, as long as I know like my pair is secured, I'll do it.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely worth it. What else were we talking about today? I can't remember.
That might have been it.
Was that everything?
I mean,
did you talk about the candies? Did I miss that part?
No, of course
that's always at the
end. That's always last. We're doing top 10 candies of all time. Now, I'm going to tell you, Brooke, you sent me some of your picks. Some of your picks are kind of whack. Okay.
We'll let her explain it.
I'm a little concerned.
Yo, all right.
Wait. So are these regional?
Are we talking like? Go ahead.
Are they regional candies, or is it like stuff people would know about?
No. It's quality candy.
Tell the listeners why people send you the list early, by the way. So they think it's like rigged
I always have
something.
George and Ryan typically send their list early so I can load it into the computer so we can have it for YouTube video. They don't send me the order. Well, George sometimes he does, but like they don't send me the order of their list. I had Brooke send me her 10 candies, not in numerical order, so I don't know what's her number 1 through number 10. But I'm a little shocked that on her list, there's no super duper popular candies on there. Like, not one.
Yo, I ain't no hype beast with my candy.
She's only a hype beast with her Supreme. I mean,
put a Supreme wrapper on a Hershey bar. I'll eat it.
No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't even open it.
Actually, you know what? We actually wanted a couple things we wanted to ask you real quick. So, I had asked you, earlier, out of respect, looking on your website, things like that. You're very open about, your relationship with your girlfriend and things like that, or wife. I don't know. You guys married, girlfriend?
No.
Okay.
No, we're not married. But yes.
Oh, okay.
He's trying to pressure you.
Oh my God.
So I wanted to ask you, how do you feel about the Nike Be True line
and Adidas too?
And Adidas, like any sneaker company with that type of line.
Okay, this is actually a super great question, and I've talked about it with a couple different people, and so I'll lay it down for you for how I feel about it with Nike first. Growing up, Nike has always Nike got me into the game. I know it probably got a lot of you guys into the game as well.
Right.
I feel like Nike's collaboration with the Be True smoked it. They killed it. Like the Vapormaxes, they were on point. Like the bottom of it had so much detail, and especially the Flyknit Racer. Like I thought how they had the swoosh and kind of like the pride, like colors for a flag.
Right.
Was just like was a beautiful concept idea.
Right.
However, I really had a big sour taste in my mouth with Adidas's collaboration. Like it was awful. Like for people to wear that shoe and think like that, it was so prideful. Like it honestly looked like they took a black just 3.0 and took a couple hot air balloons and put it on the back, and we're like, we love the gays, we're out. Like that's exactly what it looked like to me. Like we're done.
100%.
We don't know what else. We don't know what else more to do with these shoes, so we're just gonna come out with colors for everything.
Because I don't
and
understand.
That's all it comes down to.
Like I don't understand how they come out with a multicolor, and then they come. And that to me would have been dope to represent.
Yeah, right.
That, in a way.
I'm sorry. The multicolor is so similar to the Chinese New Year, and the Chinese
really
New
is.
Year, in my opinion, was a way better shoe. Like
Right.
I'm starting to kind of get sour with it because like even the NMD drop, all these NMDs that are coming out, like they came out like 4 months ago. Like do something different. Like you killed it at first, and now you're just getting repetitive with the same shit.
I saw someone, and this obviously defeats the entire purpose, but someone had taken the Adidas version of it and did paint thinner or
took the
whatever
bubbles off.
on the heel cup, and they basically were just saying they had been waiting for like a black shoe with a black Ultra Boost with a white heel cup, and not saying that this, I don't mean to say this like in a bad manner or anything, but I thought it looked good without the like balloons on there. Not saying that
it looked like a hot air balloon.
not saying it didn't look good with them on there, because I saw it in New York when I was there, and it's a good looking shoe.
That's fine.
But when the person took I say that to basically point out that what they attempted to do was kind of pointless. I mean, it wasn't even like a permanent thing on the shoe. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it was like on the back. It was like on the back of like
right.
the heel.
You wear
like,
pants, you can't even see it.
Yeah, like I feel like they could have, they really could have, like with how creative they have been in the past. Like I feel like this would have been such like a great opportunity for them to really do something big. But like from what they put out, I just was not impressed. But I really, getting back to the question, I really think it's great that like people are really starting to focus like more on like just different cultures, different people, different rights, different things like that. Because there's so many people like out in the world that are like afraid to like be who they are. And I really think that Nike's concept of be true is really like saying like, be true to who you are. Like there's going to be so many people out in the world that you're not going to get their opinion on.
So
but who cares? Because as long as you're you, it doesn't matter.
You don't feel like it's I don't want to, I mean, honestly, you don't feel like it's like exploiting, like a money thing? Like,
I mean, you gotta look at it like this. Any company is going to take an opportunity to make money off of something like that. And people love it. Like I went to Pride in New York, and there were so many people with the equality shirt that Nike came out with.
right.
So many people with this, even the socks, the Flyknit Racers, the whole 9 yards. Like they love it.
Because
like, there was.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. No, what were you going to say?
No, I was going to say because I've always, me personally, I never really wasn't 100% sure how I felt about the Black History Month stuff. I didn't think it was like necessary.
Well, not only that, but I think none of the stuff looked like they put a lot of thought into any of the designs. Everything was like black and gold.
Right.
What? Not that the Black History Month has a theme or whatever, but you know what I'm saying?
There were one pair of Kobe's that came out like years ago that were, I think they were Black History Month Kobe's, and they were kind of nice if I can remember.
Oh, the
like
ones
a multicolored thing or something.
It had like I guess I want to say African dashiki print. It was like zigzags and orange. That one was cool. It wasn't too bad. But the shoe made that one. Like I don't know. I just kind of feel like I'm sure Nike donates money to a lot of stuff and makes, plenty of moves that supports, when it comes to like, LGBT, when it comes to like black, education, anything like that. I feel like Nike probably does donate plenty of money to support that. But I don't know. It just always kind of rubbed me the wrong way. And I'm glad that we have you on because I've always wondered what, does somebody that comes from the LGBT community feel about that? Like, I don't know. Like,
I personally think it's great. Like, I could, I'm not speaking for like everyone out there, but I think it's a really nice concept. And I know, like, from like my friends that are also gay, like when like my work, we came out with like a watch band that was like for Pride, and like people love it because it's kind of like people kind of like it, just like wearing Supreme. Like, you're representing like who you are. Like, me personally, like, a lot of people will meet me and they're like, all right, she's gay. Like, she's got short hair. Like, a lot of people think that, but then same time, like, I'll go out and I'll get hit on by guys more than I will by girls. And it's kind of funny. But
I will say I have a friend who like takes it as a challenge, and obviously that's not the right way to think about it. But I do have a buddy who takes it as a challenge.
I've met those friends.
Oh, absolutely, I'm sure.
Like, oh my God, like, please. Like, my mom, like, she's like those friends. Like, when I first came out, my mom like had a super hard time because she's like real Italian, like real religious. Right. So she would like treat me being gay like, well, are you sure? Like, maybe you should just like try it. Like, it was like an appetizer at a restaurant. Like, it was an appetizer at a restaurant. Like, you sure you just don't want to like try a little bite of it? No, I don't. But no, like, for me personally, I think it's great. I think it's really cool that like Nike wants to be involved more with that. I think they killed the collaboration. I really think that they did a really good job on the shoes that they designed and also the apparel.
Have you bought stuff from other past collections or just this most recent one?
The most recent one I bought, and I didn't. Did they come out with they had a Be True like last year, didn't they? But it was like a Roshi, right?
I think it's been like 3 or 4 years, hasn't it? Greg, isn't it?
Yeah,
they didn't start the Be True line until Jason Collins had came out with. Being the app, that was when I started recognizing. And if they had something before
I thought it was Michael Sam.
Michael Sam.
Like, I went to a Nike outlet by my house that always sometimes has really lit pickups, and I went one time, like maybe like two or 3 years ago, and they had a Be True Roshi, and it was dope, and I actually bought it because it was only like $40. But a kid that I work with had a pair that he said he got like a year and a half ago, and I've never seen them. He had like the true kind of like whole entire concept. They were Nike Frees, and he got them from his outlet. So I don't know if like the outlets be supporting the gays or what's up, because I didn't see those shoes come out. Like, the outlet be living in the closet, I guess, or something. Like, they had all the shoes because he had like 2 pairs, and I was like, where did you get those from? He was like, I got them up at an outlet by my house. I was like, damn, I'm trying to get to that outlet.
See, it's funny because, this has been like a topic of conversation for years with what I'm about to say about like the Doernbecher line. When you make a statement of equality, supporting a certain community, it shouldn't be like limited. Like, everybody should be able to get a pair.
That's also true.
Yeah.
Like the message on Pharrell's NMDs, human race, human species, HU, all that stuff, and it's impossible to get. It sort of takes away from the message that you're trying to present. Like, this might be the first.
Yeah, it is kind of goofy when they do like an equality thing and not everybody can get it.
No one's equal. Like, you're not equal enough. Like, you might be equal as a human, but you're not equal as in social or economic status. Yeah. Like, I went to the Be True line this year, the Vapormax drop. I went to Stadium Goods and it was $400, and I'm like, that's not really equality. Like,
yeah.
I can't cop it. I can't even. I
don't necessarily blame the businesses. The problem is the consumer. It's not the business. I'm not talking about the manufacturer. I'm talking about like the resale business.
Right.
The resale business I don't blame because they're just in business. But the consumer is the one who. The supply and demand is depends on us as consumers to build up that price. So none of that Doernbecher stuff would sell for crazy prices if people didn't go buy it in the aftermarket. Anyways, I got one more question, and then we're gonna get to the top 10. So me being the snob, I gotta ask: how does Vapormax compare to Ultra Boost?
all
Since
right.
this has been a topic of conversation on this show for like 3-4 weeks now.
So I'm gonna lay it down for you because I've talked about it before, and I've actually like listened to a lot of people. And if I had to pick a shoe, first let me go over it, and then I'll tell you what I picked. So the Ultra Boost and the Vapormax are two totally different shoes. You could go head to head with someone and argue about this all night long, and it really comes down to what you prefer. So the Ultra Boost is going to give you a lot more of like a cloud, like very cushiony, like you feel like your foot's on a pillow. And right when you put the Ultra Boost on, like they're good to go. There's no breaking in. Like your foot just goes in and you're ready for your day. Now the Vapormax are a little bit different. So the Vapormax, I will be honest, I wouldn't recommend like if you have a really wide foot for these shoes, just because they are very slimmer. And I don't know how that, like if your foot's wide, like it is a narrow shoe. So the Vapormax, you do have to wear a couple of times kind of for it to break in and feel good. Like I've worn my purple ones for a week straight and they are the best. And here comes the conclusion, my favorite shoe to wear.
What'd you say?
Because they're my favorite.
Wait, which
my
ones?
favorite shoe to wear.
Sorry, what's the picture?
Vapormax.
The purple Vapormaxes.
Thank you.
Because they've struck, like this is what I love about Nike. Like for example, the Nike Pegasus. You put them on like after 2 runs, like you kind of got to break them in. After that, it's legit like Iron Man. Like your shoes just like fit to your body and they like fit perfectly because you've got that feel for them. And that's like what I get from Vapormax because they give me like stability throughout the day. Whereas with Ultra Boost, I can feel because I'm on my feet for 10 hours during work. And then I also run before work. So my feet take a beating every day. So like with the Ultra Boost throughout like towards the end of my day, I can feel that sole kind of being like, all right, you need to flip over this pillow because you've just worn me too much today. But I don't get
that's
that
a
feeling.
perfect.
I don't.
That's
I
a
don't
perfect
get that
example.
feeling with the Vapormax.
That might be the best analogy ever. You wear the Vapormax for so long, you gotta flip it over.
You mean?
Sorry, the Ultra Boost.
The
You were
Boost.
Ultra Boost
Yeah.
for so long, you're like, this isn't as comfortable as it was when I first put it
not
on.
at all.
Vapormax is all day.
It is. So another thing that comes down with it too is I did a test. So everyone was telling me, yo, you got to run in the Ultra Boost. Like they're great for running like this and that. The first like 4 or 5 runs, I'm like, yeah, yo, like this shoe's great. Like I just crushed like 8 miles. Like my foot feels great. Like they're great. I had the shoe for about a month. Barely logged that many miles in it. Now when I ran about, what did I run today? I ran, because I'm waiting for my Pegasus to get here. I ran about like 6.5 to 7 miles. I'll tell you what, I get through 2 miles and then 4.5 miles, it's burning. Like it's just the cushion is like, you wore me a little bit too much. I was nice to you in the beginning. Now I'm not here. So like a lot of people that say like, oh, like Adidas, like performance, hands down, just ask yourself, when you go to the gym, you look around, how many people do you see wearing Nike? Like everyone wears Nike clothing and Nike shoes. You rarely see people like decked out in Adidas for performance over like, but lifestyle, it's different, but for performance.
20 minutes.
Right.
Bro.
You all right? Greg's having some issues here.
Yeah, I did.
Are you upset?
No. Not with the show.
Sorry, I'm talking to them
Talking to
real
the-
quick. About 15. All right, no, this will be quick. Come on. I know. Okay. 10. We get 10. Real quick. Bro, 10. Quick. 10, bro. All right. Hey, okay. Let's do top 10 candy real quick. Our engineer is wilding on us. You ready?
I'm ready.
Brooke, let's do top 10 real quick. We're going to do this a little different. Now, typically we would do 5, 5, 5, 5, and 5, but we're going to have to do 10 in a row. Our engineer is wilding on us. There's another podcast waiting to come in and record. So, sorry about that. Let's do top 10 candies of all time to us. Let's do this podcast.
Let's do it.
We got Miss Brooke. Is it Hoetzer? Hoetzer. I'm not good with names, all right? Brooke Hoetzer.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to need you to read your top 10 candy of all time to you first. Are you ready?
Guest
So my
always goes
top-
first.
So, all right, I'll lay it on you. I'm a real big gummy person. I'm really not
Fire.
into chocolate that much. So, Swedish Fish.
Trash.
Oh my god!
Is that number 10?
Out of here.
It's
Is that
not
number 10?
It's not trash, but it shouldn't be in the top 10.
Wait. Okay. All right. So let me start from number 1. Scratch that.
No. You gotta go. You gotta go 10-1.
Okay, 10-1. All right, 10-1. Welch's fruit snacks.
Oh yeah,
Love it.
I agree with it.
Not candy, but love it.
Lifesaver gummies.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm down with that. I can't believe I didn't put that on my list.
Sour gummy worms.
Of course.
Any brand or a specific doesn't
I'm
matter.
gonna go with those ones with the alien where it's like heads being frozen. I don't know what they're called.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Number 8.
All right. So you know those raspberry gummies that are like
I do, but I didn't know what you were
they're like
talking about.
purple. They're like the Hapero ones.
Okay.
I love them. They're good.
Okay.
All right, we'll go Swedish Fish for that. What are we at? 6?
You're at 7, right?
That was 4.
All right.
4 things, I think, right?
So 6, right?
Okay.
Yeah, so 6. So then I'm gonna go peach rings.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Not top 10.
It depends what brand, but peach rings are fire.
I only eat peach rings when I'm in church.
All right.
Oh my
I don't need you to chill.
Well, I do.
gummy blue sharks.
Oh, no, those are trash. There's only 2 things that gummies should be in: worms and gummy bears. When they start making other animals, nah.
I'm gonna need you to chill
I'm gonna
out.
say the German in me because I'm gonna throw this one out of the blue, so I'm gonna catch you off guard because I just had something come to my mind. A Toblerone.
What?
I've never had one, but Toblerone.
Is that long stick?
Yeah.
Oh, I had one. It's good. It tastes like a wafer. I had one with my old girlfriend.
man.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I'm gonna go cookies and cream Hershey chocolate bar.
Oh yeah, fire.
Cookies and cream.
The one with the white chocolate with the cookies
Oh,
inside.
that's trash. What number? What number you on?
I think 2 or 3.
I think I did.
Oh, is that 10?
Yeah, I think that's 10.
All
Are
right.
you sure?
I think. All right. I think
Pick
I got
one. Just pick one
everyone.
more.
Brookie list is out of control.
Just,
All right.
just in case. I'm gonna go with Starburst jelly beans, just to throw that in there.
Fire. Fire.
Okay.
All right.
I like that.
No honorable mentions today because we're on a time constraint, and I have some good stuff on there. Number 10. I don't know how to pronounce this, but it's the peach and mango, like little Japanese gummies. You ever had those?
Nope.
Kasugi?
Oh yeah, they're good.
Kasugai?
Nope.
Fire. They have them at Cost Plus.
Sounds trash.
Okay. Number 9. Albanese gummy bears. If you haven't had an
Fire.
Albanese gummy bear, you need to get them.
My
Best
sister-in-law
gummy bear
always
in the
buys
world.
those. I can't
period.
stop eating them.
Facts.
I eat them nonstop.
Number 8.
Too expensive.
Butterfinger. Ain't expensive.
They are.
You can get an entire 5-pound thing online for $12. I found out today.
Butterfinger is great, but they get stuck in your teeth.
Butterfinger, number 8. Number 7. I don't know if this counts, but I don't care because it's fire. Snickers ice cream bar.
No, because ice cream.
Number 7.
You can't do ice cream. If we do a top 10 ice cream.
It's not ice cream though. It's a Snickers bar ice cream.
Okay.
All right, number 6. Daryl Lee Australian soft licorice.
What?
Bruh.
Man, get out of here with that.
Bruh, if you haven't had it, then you don't get it. You don't understand. So green apple, pineapple, or mango, fire. Number 5.
That sounds like something in my grandma's purse.
Yes, and Welcher. and a Werther's.
Number 5, peanut butter Twix.
Agree with that.
Way better than
Agreed.
regular Twix. Number 4, Sour Patch Kids. Greg's probably mad I had it so low. Number 3, Starburst. Fave Reds, honestly, is my thing. I know you like the lemons and orange ones, so probably the originals too, but Fave Reds is mine.
First of all, if you don't like every single Starburst in the pack, you can't say Starburst.
Yeah, but you don't like the other flavors, so it
I
doesn't
love
matter.
every
No,
single
like the
Starburst.
tropical and
That don't
yeah,
count.
that's what I'm talking about.
That don't count.
But you don't like them all.
I like the OG Starburst is fine.
Number 2, Tootsie Fruit Chews. Fire.
That's like when you like
Nah.
they like the last things in your Halloween basket.
Nah, best fruit candy. Tootsie Fruit Chews. And number 1, right here in front of the shoes, the Nutrageous bar. I was gonna take a bite of it on the show, but we are under time constraints, so no.
Nutrageous has too many nuts.
You smoking.
And never mind.
Smoking keyboard
Nutrageous has
dust.
way too many nuts.
Gregory.
That's me. Number 10, top 10 candies of all time. Number 10, Starburst. I like Starburst, but I'm getting sick and tired of unwrapping each one individually.
Oh, Starburst jelly beans was honorable
Annoying
mention, by the way. So
Starburst jelly beans are fire.
Yes, they are.
All right.
Yo, I'll eat the whole bag.
Number 9, Nerds. All right. I love Nerds. I can pour both sides in my mouth, eat them all.
Trash.
Oh my
Trash.
god.
No, Nerds are fire.
Nerds trash.
Number 8, peanut butter Twix. Love it.
Yes, fire.
Number 7,
That's good.
Reese's Buttercup. Love it.
I would have put that on there, but I had Nutrageous. Nutrageous better.
Number 5, peanut M&Ms. You can't go wrong with peanut M&Ms.
I agree with it.
Ever.
Only had 10 spots.
Number 4, 100 grand.
Nah,
100
trash.
grand is the best.
This might be the
actual
best
bar.
list you've ever done, except 100 grand.
100
This might
grand-
be your best list ever.
100 grand is the best bar. All right.
Nah,
It's better than Snickers,
Nah.
better than everything.
I'm better than Nutrageous.
Number 4. Oh, whoa, what number was I on? Yeah, number 4, Red Vines. Red Vines are classic.
They're my honorable mention. That's all I eat at the movies is Red Vines and popcorn.
I feel like I messed up my numbers. Anyway, Red Vines.
No, you didn't.
Number 3. No, I messed up somewhere. That's
Bruh, if you don't spit these out.
7, 6, 5. 5 was 100 grand. 4 Red Vines. Number 3, Black Forest gummy bears. Fire.
They're not better than
Ooh,
Albanese
yeah, they're
gummy
good.
bears.
fire.
Not better than Albanese
They're
gummy
not,
bears.
but Black Forest gummy bears are fire.
Whatever.
Number 2, Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah.
Number 1, the greatest candy of all time to Greg and the Sneak This podcast, Airheads. Facts.
What color though?
Not above Starburst.
All Airheads.
Not above Starburst or Tootsie Fruit Chews.
All Airheads. All
I'm
Airheads
just
are
glad
fire.
no one said them nasty circus peanuts.
Circus peanuts. Circus
They are
peanuts.
trash.
Circus peanuts are for like people that drive minivans and like pedophiles. Sorry. Anyways, all right. We appreciate you, Brooke, joining us today. What's that Instagram? What's that Twitter again?
We'll have you back on the show again. We got more time, by the way.
All right, word. Thank you guys so much. It was a pleasure. You can find me at BrookeyDoo on Instagram and on Twitter. That is BrookeyDoo. Let me know. Hit me up.
All right, yo,
Thanks
we
for
appreciate
having
you
me,
coming
guys.
on. We thank you very much. Well, obviously, everybody go hit her up, follow her Instagram, get on her website, check her out. She's super dope. We appreciate you joining us. Like I said, like George said, next time we'll have you on. We have more time. Is there anything else from anybody?
I think that's it.
Nothing. Thank you, Brooke. And that's the Sneak This.
Boing.